Yeah, I'll say that you hit the nail on the head in terms of trying to of thinking in a tunnel vision for Google, and now trying to think broader than that. I mean, I'll be very clear, we will not be able to meet our 24/7 goals without having a much broader vision and without having a much broader buy-in and major policy change. And that's going to look like new tariffs, new market structures, new value stacks. You know, it's from simple things like getting hybrids to be able to play in existing markets to, other things like merging a DSM and energy efficiency programs on the residential side with with an industrial off taker that can come in and support those other hours that aren't maybe necessary on the residential side, and creating those stacks. So for us, what we're looking at this as like Jenga, right? Or reverse Jenga, I guess, where we're trying to figure out how do you best layer these hour by hour. And what we're finding is, for the most part, the technologies exist there, but they haven't been forced to talk to each other because they've been treated as isolated components in the grid. So energy efficiency does this during these hours, demand response does this during these hours, and they're treated as such. Wind has this, solar has this, and storage is, still evolving to figure out where we're putting it in each place. But we haven't figured out how to make them talk to each other. And part of that is that we don't have tariffs that incentivize that talking. But we're also just at the precipice of this. 6 or 7 years ago, it just wasn't even cost effective to think about this. Now it is, and I think it's also a testament to the way we've sort of done energy policy, whereas that everyone sort of sits in their own little fiefdom and says, well, I'm really focused on this one thing, as opposed to saying, well, I'm focused on a holistic, again, 24/7 solution. And how do we actually let our one thing that we're great at, whether it be a certain technology or a certain program design, talk to it? And so that we absolutely know that if we just focus on each of our data centers, we're actually never going to achieve this. And so it's very, very, very important for us. So that policy looks incredibly different. And I think sort of sky's the limit. But I guess this is sort of my soapbox call to say we need to stop focusing on siloed proposals and really start layering the cake better.